אוקיי, היי, מה המצב? עבר זמן מה? אני מקווה שהסטאפ שלי לא כזה היה ביג דיל, כי היה בעצם קצת שינויים קטנים בסטאפ שהייתי צריך לעשות אחרי הלייב הקודם, אבל אני מקווה שהם לא ישפיעו כזה הרבה. החלטתי לעשות פה טריקס וגימיקס, כי... למה לא? investigations! למה לא לעשות investigations? זהו, אני צריך להגיד. אז למה לא לעשות קצת עם מוזיקה של investigations? אז באמת, אני לא צריך לחכות כזה הרבה, כל עוד זה לא קופץ לי. אני בסדר. אז זהו. Let's go! בואי. לא יכול לעשות יותר קטיניו, אין לי את הדמו, אבל אני מנחש שהוא יביא אותי לפחות לנקודה דומה. אבל אין לי עכשיו את הדמו. מי שזוכר מתי ששיחקתי ב-Investigations Collection? התחלתי דווקא עם הפאבליק דמו שיצא. שבדמו הזה זה נתן את Turnabout Visitor ועכשיו את השם הזה, Turnabout Trigger. אז כן, בוא ניגש לפרוסקיורס גמביט, שזה קצת מוזר להתחיל עם זה מתי שאני לא סיימתי עם דואל דסטיניז, אבל היי, בוא ניגש ל-Turnabout Trigger ונראה מה יצא לנו פה. Let's fucking do this. סליחה, Turnabout Trigger. Oh. Here he comes, the presidential plane is biggest round approach is a lands in Gourd Lake, אם אני לא טועה. Just listen to that crowd. Welcome, Zengfa. Welcome, Mr. President. Now, sir, your audience awaits. לא יודע מה זה. זה הפעם הראשונה שאני משחק investigations שם. Honored friends and allies, I'm here, אני לא יכול לקרוא. The audience comes the beloved our nation, thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great country. Oh. Oh my god, that was כל כך מהר. You have here the most heartfelt gratitude, however, friends, משהו. The battle against evil rages on. Here today I'll make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Whoa! 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 What the fuck? Call the prosecutor's office. Get my attention for right now. Anyone can solve this? He can. וואו, וואו, וואו! מה זה? לא הספקתי לקרוא איזה חצי מהאינטרו! או! אין יש בחדש? בוא נעשה את זה מההתחלה. אוקיי, וואו, אני אפילו לא יכול לקרוא הכל. Here comes the presidential plane descends from the western skies, bringing a message of peace. It's making its final approach and lands right on Gourd Lake. Just listen to the guy. Welcome, Mr. Zengfa. Welcome, Mr. President. Now, sir, your audience awaits. Honored friends and allies, I'm here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dodged my beloved nations are no more. Thanks to the prosecutor's office and of your great country, you have our most heartfelt gratitude. However, friends, do not forget the battle against evil rages on. Here today, I'll make this solemn promise to crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Call Miles Edgeworth right now. If anyone can solve this, he can. Okay. זה היה קצת interesting כאן, כי... fuck it, יאללה. ה-25 במרץ, 2:46 בצהריים, Gourd Lake Spectator Area. Here I'm back yet again! קודם אדג'וולף בדואל דסטיניז, עכשיו אדג'וולף פה. The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. I did gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth! Get the gumshoe. Thank goodness you're here, sir! This is Dick Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct. He's the one usually assigned to my cases. How is the president, detective? Still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. The medics just boarded the plane a few minutes ago. I see. I hope he's alright. Then I suppose you better show me the scene of the crime instead. Right away, sir. מי זה? Oh! זה חדש. Hey! I said hey! Yeah, you, Ruffles! Who's that? You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, aren't ya? Ain't ya? Wanna give me your first impressions? Anything strike you all as odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me. Come on now, Mr. Prosecutor, don't be like that. Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me. Izati. Now, Detective, I'll need the facts of the case in as much detail as you can give me. Whoa! Oh. Well, the scene was right here at Gourd Lake, as you already know. Bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Zhengfa. Dijun Wong. Yes, I read about his visit. Dijun Wong? It's been all over the news for days now. Okay. It was raining until just before he landed. Luckily it let up and he went on stage as planned. And then, smack dab in the middle of his speech. Bang! The gun goes off and everybody runs for cover. Terrified for their lives. Apparently. Apparently? Okay, תודה רבה. Apparently. The truth is, I only showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you do, sir. You were summoned on short notice as well. Sure was. Right in the middle of my day off. I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case. And then the boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? אני מניחה שהפרזידנט בא בגלל... הוא אמר בנוגע לזה הקאנטרי הצליח לטפל בנושא הזה של הקורפשן, של הספציפי מהפרוסקיורס אופיס וכל זה, זה נראה לי מדבר על investigations אחד והסמגלינג רינג. וואו, זה יהיה ממש מוזר מה שקראיתי משחק את זה בדמו. קראתי. The boss? Okay. Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. Oh! Hold on, what? Okay, stop. Chief Prosecutor. וזה לא לנה. וזה לא מיילס. המוח שלי משום מה רוצה לשאול איך מיילס הפך להיות לפרוסקיוטור באבנט של דואל דסטיניז. אבל דואל דסטיניז קורה 8 שנים לאחר מכן. אני אקרא את זה מחדש. Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Get me Edgeworth right away. He's the only person for the job. Something like that. I see. Oh. They cordoned the perimeter of the park off as soon as it happened. You'll be happy to know. So, our would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Good. Now all you gotta do is find him in the middle of that crowd before they strike again. Right. We don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. We have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. And search every inch of the crime scene for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Precisely. Okay. The president was shot, which means a gun was involved. That's our first clue. Alright, duly noted. Detective Gumshoe? How exactly was the security detail around the president's speech organized? Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe you should ask them a few questions. Okay. If I want to talk to them, I will need to walk over and press space. That's obvious. Can I help you? You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Could you tell me how his security detail was arranged during the speech? Two of our senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage. This is our first rodeo. And if it's suspicious in that crowd, then we would have spotted it right away. I see. The president's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. Can't afford to leave any stone unturned. Let's go. So that's how y'all do it, huh? Sure is something seeing the pros at work. Can you share a little about what happens to the information once you got a hold of it? Hi, Sanders. This one seems persistent. But I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Waffles! Ask you a question, dang it! What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections. Right, sir? Detective? Oh, don't be hard on the poor guy. So, connections, you say? And, what next? Well, I guess you could say that we connect the dots. Connect one piece of information to another. Okay, tutorial logic. Tutorial logic. Oh my god, okay. It's Mr. Rachel's forte. He's a logic master. I can view what information I have with Q and then connect them with P. I should try now. Just a quick press of Q and we'll be off to the path of logic. Zef Shari Bicham? At this point? Yuri was tight for the speech, but he was still sharp. Was neither spot for anything suspicious. Did I get a clue? Oh! The can? Huh. Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack. Completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. Okay. That's the stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. The old logic never fails, huh? Indeed. All we need to do is find the right clues and then make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connections, however, and we'll only wind up further away from the truth. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Let's go! Back to the investigation! Let's get this investigation started! Time to examine anything that looks suspicious. To examine things, I simply need to walk up to them and press space. If I wish to speak with the detective, I should use P. Daar gaat het kloon. So, the president had a nasty surprise while he was giving his speech. Everything happened to me when I was a kid, right in the middle of a public speaking contest. There I was, yammering away, when all of a sudden, earthquake! Almost jumped out of my skin. That sounds terrifying. Even the word earthquake makes me queasy. You were listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were ignoring my little aside like always. Oh. Oh, okay. No! I was as surprised as you, sir, but there's no mistake in it. It's the Steel Samurai! Steel Samurai, Warrior of New Old Tokyo. It's a popular TV show. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It truly has something for everyone. Beats me why they had a Steel Samurai balloon as a welcome party for the foreign president. It is a little odd. Although, now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Oh, עכשיו זה החדש כמו... Oh, okay. It's the flag of Zenfar. The key motif is a blazing red phoenix. Wait, what's this? Something the matter, sir? You don't see it, detective? There's something unusual about this flag. אחור, אני מנחש. Compare it with the one on the other side of the stage, if you will. Oh, that's a beauty right there! Just look at it flapping in the wind! It's immaculate! Exactly, which is how a flag should look. And yet, here we have quite a different picture. One thing in peculiar stands out, don't you think? Right, of course. Give up. Come on, spill the beans. Spill the beans? Wow. You can lead a horse to water. I'll just have to move the cursor to the problematic spot and highlight it. The difference with P. Take that! Look closely. Do you see the hole? Whoa, look at that! You're right, sir. And note the burn mark around the edges. That's a bullet hole, there's no mistaking it. A bullet hole? So you're saying a bullet went through this flag? אין שום לוג'יק פה בינתיים. מקסימום זה מראה מאיפה היה הכיוון של הפרימדיטיישן, אבל לא נראה לי שזה אומר שום דבר. Hey, Ruffles! How's this investigation coming along? Anything y'all want to share? Ugh, here we go again. I am not in the habit of sharing the details of confidential investigations with strangers. Dang, you sure are one tough cookie. And about to head back to Chief Laura empty-handed. Oh. Don't I know that name from somewhere? No, must be my imagination. Then we tell about goodbyes. Then farewell, Bennett, actually. Oh. מה חדש? זה 15, זה 50. או! זה נראה טוב. יש לי ניחוש, בוא נגיד ככה. אוקיי, לא. הייתי צריך לצפות לזה. חשבתי מקסימום זה לא יראה לוקיישן, אבל די ניחשתי שזה יהיה לא נכון. It's the flag of Zangfa. The key motif is a red phoenix. Herbert looks pretty fancy, I guess. Must have been expensive. Even more expensive than the drapes in your office, huh, sir? The price of my drapes is neither here nor there, detective. I'm concerned about more important matters. Look closely. Do you see the hole? Okay. אותו דיאלוג. זאת רק to steal samurai. Breaks your heart, don't it? It does. What villainy could have befallen him? Witnesses said it popped right about when the gun went off. Which would strongly suggest that a bullet struck the balloon. Looks like we got a case of cold-blooded samurai murder on our hands. This is sacrilegious. I'm pressed until the culprit has been apprehended. Detective, we cannot let this vile assassin escape. We won't, sir. You can count on it. I think I've got enough information for the moment. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. אוקיי, אז עכשיו אתה רוצה שאני אעשה לוג'יק. שככה, אני יכול רק לחשוב על הבלון והפלאג. יופי. למה זה נראה שיש יותר אקסטרה אנימיישן בנוגע לאחרי שעושים לוג'יק? There is a bullet hole in the flag. It seems highly likely the balloon was sparked by a bullet too. Which means 2 shots were fired, right, sir? Possibly even 3. The president was shot as well, remember? Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were. Okay. Alright. On with the Ruffles! Ruffles! Y'all figure something out, huh? Care to share? Who exactly is she? And why does she keep shouting at us? ולמה בכלל קשורה ללוטה בכלל? Roboneka, I guess. Seems pretty interested in the case. Come on, give me something here. We do need to speak with some witnesses to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine, let's see if she can tell us anything. Ayala. Tabby Lloyd, at your service. Tabloid? Seriously? I'm looking into the case for... well, just for me right now, but... looking into the case. Hey, what the fuck? Interview משהו כזה Yamaza? Go U Airlines KBC? Barb Tato? What the fuck? מה זה מעולת הג'קט הזה? Miss Lloyd, was it? Shut up! Miss Lloyd, there's something I'd like to ask. Well, what can you tell me? Any exclusive details you want to share? Kama gunshots. How about the prep? Have they made any demands? What about their ruffles? Where does a fella buy a cravat like that? Oh my god, no! Will you be quiet for a moment? I will be asking the questions here. Dang. I knew if I could get me something juicy for my piece. I need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me about how many gunshots you heard? Why, I most certainly cannot! Mama. I beg your pardon? I can't just be handing out leads for free. That stuff was my livelihood. Oh, come on! Don't hold out on us! We gotta share sometimes. Me? Hold it on you? Well, if you're gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye! Oh, wait! Wait for what exactly, huh? Huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone! We're fresh out of moves here. Out of moves? I wouldn't be so sure. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? As you know, Detective, I like to play a little chess. And what does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others. Sorry, sir, but it's all going way over my head. מה זה עכשיו? No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Watch and learn, Detective, as I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of words. What? When attempting to draw out an entrenched opponent, one must deploy certain tactics. Let's picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. What the fuck? Wow! Logic pile, okay. Now, we must analyze the state of play. Y'all ain't getting nothing out of me. Not till you give me something in return. Oh. My opponent has dug herself in deep. Her defenses won't be easily broken. Was it כאילו pawn the king? Am I wrong? But I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be considerate not just of my strategy, but also the passing of time. That said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. Okay, sure, makes sense. יש טיימר של 10 דקות שחמט אם אני לא טועה זה? זה או שחמט או דמקה. אבל הגיוני, 10 דקות זה הטיימר. If my opponent gets too agitated... If you're fixing to ask me something, you dang well ask it already? I may be able to gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. I should begin by finding out what it is that she does. Alright, time to make my opening gambit. Yalla Shachmat! Mind chess, commence. Okay. What is it that you do? Sure. Why don't you begin by telling me about what it is that you do? Sure. Or I could totally not do that. Think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut? That's my job. Is it now? So, you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about? Shut up! I ain't no lawbreaker if that's what you're insinuating. Oh. What the fuck? רק רגע. see שזה מוריד לי פריימים. תודה רבה שאני אשכרה מסתכל על זה ואני אשכרה מברר דברים בנוגע לג'ופט פריימס או... לא ג'ופט פריימס, מתי שהקילובייט משום מה קופץ לאפס. אז בוא נמשיך מפה, שזה נראה בסדר. נראה שזה התחיל מהמיינד צ'ס. אז אני אתחיל מפה מחדש. אין לי בעיה. גם אפילו שהכל עבר, אני אעשה את זה בכל מקרה. That said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can't pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated... If you're fixing to ask me something, you will dang well ask it already? I may be able to get a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. She begins by finding out what is it that she does. Alright, time to make my opening gambit. Again. Go. Why don't you begin by telling me about what is it that you do? Sure. Oh, I could totally not do that. Think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut? That's my job. Is it now? So, you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about? Shut up! I'm a lawbreaker if that's what you're insinuating. quite an everyday citizen, and you got no reason to say otherwise. Forgive me. I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very important work indeed. Sure, I guess. Please, please. It will be once I bag me my first big scoop. Huh. I see. It's a scoop you're after. So you're a journalist, is that correct? Perfect! אוקיי! אני מבין את החוקים של המשחק הזה, אני רק צריך להיזהר עם הטיימר למעלה. Dang! Sure, I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter. The hungriest cub on the beat. Oh no. $500 ואז אני חוזר למשחק. זה מה שאני עושה, אני מחכה עד שיהיה לי 4,500 לפחות קילובייט פר סקנד, כי משום מה זה קופץ לי מאיזושהי סיבה מטומטמת. אבל... כן. טכנית זה לא אמור להפריע ללייב. יותר מדי. רק אצטרך לפתוח ולסגור את המשחק הזה 10 פעמים עכשיו. רק בגלל המיינד צ'סט, תודה רבה באמת. אני אחזור על זה עוד פעם פה. The hungriest cub on the beat. That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information via the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. Okay! With the opening moves concluded, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? Record. Where are the Sims crime? Near the time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime? Come on now, Ruffles. You ain't gonna give little old Tabby something first? Absolutely not. Then I ain't giving you nothing neither. You think I'm a sucker? Think again. Come on. This is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger. I ain't scared. I'm a pro. Takes more than the sound of a little gunfire to faze me. Gunfire? Or should I know? Hey, partner! This ain't no time for the silent treatment, you hear? I'm a busy woman. Seems I misjudged that one. Fuck! It's more effective to buy my time, the more agitated or upset my opponent seems. And when they're vulnerable, that's the time for me to go on the verbal offensive. Maybe a pro, as you put it, but I would say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard gunfire, which proves you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something. Oh! Double dang! Fine, I was here, I saw it. Came to report on the big speech wound up reporting on the shooting. איזה מעצבן זה, אומייגאד. אומייגאד, זה נראה כאילו אני צריך לפתוח איזה 3-4 פעמים את המשחק בכל פעם שיש זה. איזשהו מצב במיינד צ'ס. And you won't get out of me more than that. I'm not even tricks, Ruffles. If she came to report on the event, she must have made a record of some kind. A record I would very much like to get my hands on. This is quite a clue as to where to take the conversation next. What's the record? You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. You got more questions? You gotta give me something first. That's the deal. I am not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know. Sorry, Ruffles. Can't help you. Time to deploy my clue. Must have a record. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting things on the record. So tell me, Miss Lloyd, where's yours? What? Did I? Curse, I made a record! I told you I'm a pro! Daniel wore my shoes out running around on this one. Which is why I'm not about to hand it over to the first person who asks me. I am not just anyone, young lady. I am the prosecutor in charge of this case. Don't you young lady me! You ain't getting it, no matter how many times you ask. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? It ain't nothing personal. Oh my God. Efes kilobytes per second. Oh my God. למה זה עושה לי את זה בכלל? אני מנסה להבין למה זה עושה לי את זה. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? It ain't nothing personal. I understand that the job is a difficult one. You do? Well, ain't that sweet? And in such a competitive field, You must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. Nah, I'll go pretty far. I'm sure of it, yeah. Just as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to nab me a scoop. Play me the tape. Intriguing. A young reporter hungry for success. So you're dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed she did not. She committed the entire event. To tape. Ah! Dang it! This is my scoop you're messing with. My big break. Fine, sure. I'll record the whole dang thing. It's all right here. You got me, okay? Checkmate. לקח איזה 7 ריסטים בגלל... checkmate, baby! וואו! בוא נקווה שלא יהיה לי בעיות פה. You're something else, Ruffles. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary. Never mind that. Now, play us the tape. It should finally tell us how many shots were fired. Fine, you can hear it. But, I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. So you gotta agree to be chief number 2 and be mentor to our rising star, aka me. Chief number 2, huh? Kinda like a second parent. That's a big responsibility, sir. And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give his star pupil the exclusive, huh? She's a difficult woman to refuse. And I need to hear the recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise. But the story is yours until the case is solved. And the job for chief number 2? I think not. Ah, you're no fun. I guess a girl can't have everything. For the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, got yourself a deal. I got exclusive access starting right this second, Ruffles. Good. Then our first order of business is to listen to that tape. Honored friends and allies, I'm here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dogged my beloved nation are no more. President's speech. The president passionately addresses the assembled crowd, as if trying to shake off the reports of its declining popularity by sheer force of will. There's me. Can't be a little live commentary to set the scene. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He seems to be pretty pleased to put the whole Yadagrasu situation behind him. Okay, I can't see what I'm saying. As well as it should be. This is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are they? Are these? Oh, there was these two old guys sitting right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. I know their voices from somewhere. Oh, wait, the part where the gun goes off is right after this. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. The battle against evil rages on! Here today I'll make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice! What the? Ah! Schnheim! Steiriot, okay. So, 2 shots were fired. Yep. And that tells us something? Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. Of the 2 shots fired, one hit the president, which means that the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon in that order. Which, as you can see, allows us to deduce the position of the shooter. The only possible place in which the bullet could have been fired for the flag and into the balloon is... בוא. כי אז יש שוט פה, ככה, ושוט לפה. Take that! Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us the trajectory of one of our bullets. And places our shooter on the left side of the spectator area. You're a genius, Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe, I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area. Roger that, sir! So, you need me to clear all those people all the way, I guess? I do. And what evidence remains to be found may already be deteriorating. So, I'll need you to be quick about it. Yes, sir! Chief! I am talking to you, Chief! I suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd. I surely do! Gotta let me help out! This stuff's my forte! I'm the best crowd hunter you ever did see! I'll prod, pummel, and push on whatever you'd like! A very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business, I'm nobody's chief. Whatever you say, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Your wish is my command. I somehow doubt that. And for that, careful as a checkmate. יאללה גמשו, לך לעבוד. Here you go, sir. It's all ready for you. Miss Lloyd here cleared everybody out, just like that. You should have seen it. We were only right here. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief that is, she says I'm running twice as quick. She sounds like a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easy on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have. All that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. Huh? You're in my jacket? Oh, don't you be worrying about your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around and... Halakazam! No more dirt! זה לא אומר אבל שיהיה לכלוך על הגוף. Whatever. On the outside, perhaps. But it'd still have a problem with the inside. Alright, you can then get back to the investigation whenever you are, sir. This crowd has trampled the entire area. We'll be lucky to find any traces of our shooter at all. טוב, בואי נתחיל עם משהו אחד.
Well, this is quite a situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Hey, Winston. Who is he again?
It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. You work together at the prosecutor's office.
He's a prosecutor? What brings you here today, Mr. Payne?
What indeed? Why, only the innovations of the chief prosecutor himself.
His voice. I recognize it from the tape recorder. Was he of the man who was standing in front of Miss Lloyd? And where is the chief prosecutor?
He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, for the corridor.
Corridor? What was it called? What the fuck? Corridor? What the fuck? So he had me summoned on short notice, and then left before I even showed up? Rude. LOL. Okay. Pas mais Zebel. Je comprends pas.
You even gonna pick for the trash yourself? The prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh?
Detective Gumshoe, לך תלכלך את הידיים שלך בזבל. Right away, sir.
The faithful detective scabbles for the garbage as the prosecutor looks on. His hands unblemished.
Let's see now. Come to Papa, little treasures. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo! A popsicle stick! Gotta love the joke when they put on these. Detective? Sorry, sir. With evidence. Huh? I think we got something. Good work, Detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we? By examining a piece of evidence from all angles, we can uncover hidden details. We sure can. Just tell me which way you want it, sir. We can rotate the item with undertale controls. If you want, you can move it closer or further away, too. I can use Q to examine an object up close and E to move it out of the bigger picture. או במילים אחרות, אפשר פשוט ללחוץ על הלחצן השמאלי, לסובב את זה בשביל אנדרטייל, ולהשתמש בגלגלים של העכבר בשביל להגדיל ולהקטין. And when you spot something, just say the word. I can point out a suspicious area with the cursor, press space to inspect them more closely. או לעשות left click. Alright, let's see what we can discover. Go. And Popolo. Oh! Oh! Lead Rook second knight. Let's cover for Lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Rook reposition light on knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort president to plane in case of emergency. Stay frosty, we know who might be in the audience. Potential security plan 24 למרץ. This is a document of some kind. What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan? It's a diagram of the president's security arrangements. It shows how the president's bodyguards were positioned. It even has his people's names on it. Rook and Knight. So his bodyguards are native of Zengfar.
What are he uses some kind of private security firm. But why not employ people from his own country? I know why not. Don't want a little tabloid exclusive? You really know something? Sure I do. I was over there at the embassy not so long back, sniffing out a story. While I'm there, one of my sources tells me that the president got more enemies than you got hairs on your head. Including a bunch of bigwigs in the National Police Force. Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life.
But what was he doing that dump? What was it doing dumped her in that bag?
You raise an interesting point.
זה קצת נראה לי יותר out of the way, אבל ראיתי בעצם את הרובה מתי שהם פתחו בשביל הדף. A.K.A. זה בעצם היה התיק של האסאסין.
It's a document relating to a matter of national security. It would surely be highly classified.
Ah. Hey, there's something else in here.
הרובה.
Oh!
My.
What's a gun doing in here? What's gun doing in there? Sir, it's bad. It's gonna belong to the...
Yes. It could well have been disposed by a would-be assassin. A revolver. Well, I think a lot of nerve to dump it here amid all the chaos. Could this be a work of a professional?
That would explain the security plan too.
I think we need to take a close look at our latest find.
אוקיי. זה הדבר הראשון שרציתי לדעת בו.
Two spent bullets in the cylinder, matching the gunshots heard on the recording.
That proves it. This must be the weapon that was used.
This part is called the grip. I've held a few guns in my time. I've never felt quite right in my hand. This one's no exception.
כשזה יפתח את זה, כנראה שיש פה משהו. מה הדבר הזה שיש על איזה סקופ?
This is a laser sight.
It can be lined up with a target to make aiming a bit easier. If I press this here. Yup. Definitely a red laser.
Could the assassin have used the laser sight to target the president?
אם ככה, אז למה הבלון התפוצץ? למה המצב שבו הבלון זה...
לא.
הדגל.
אומייגאד.
איך את זה... למה בעצם שירה בדגל סטיל סמוראי? אם בעצם היה לו לייזר בשביל לכוון. That bag was real fine, huh? Just goes to show. Bag in hand is worth two in the trash.
Nice work, detective. Now, there's something else I'd like to ask you if you don't mind. I need you to take the bag and the gun to forensics and see if they can find any prints.
On it, sir.
A good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along.
Got the results for his... Kazamayo? That was quick. You bet it was. Told the taxi was a ultra super high priority. But, they came up empty. And they checked everywhere. Inside and outside. Top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullet out of the gun and dusted them. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Interesting. Okay. No? אוקיי. זה אומר לי שאני לא יכול לעשות כלום. תודה רבה על זה שעשיתי סייב. מה אני מפספס עכשיו? Television truck appears to be stuck in the mud. Reminds me of the time I pushed your car out that ditch, sir. They just drove away and left me there. Gotta admit, it felt kinda lonely. Did I do that? I think I might have. You came back though, Mr. Edgeworth. Only left me there in the mud for maybe 15 minutes. I know you'd never forget about me, sir. Of course I wouldn't. Barring just 15 minutes anyway. You're the one with the news channels. Yep. Can I help you? You must have footage of the event. Do you mind if I take a look? Wish I could help you, but that might be a little tricky. And why is that, huh, pal? Got the problem of doing your civic duty or something? No, it's just that my camera was knocked over in all the panic. And now I can't get it to work. That footage would have helped immensely. Yeah, just a look. Mesa. Oh! Oh, okay, sure. No. What the? You look like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth. I know that voice. Okay. Hey, Yatakarasu!
Honestly, I left you alone for 2 seconds. But don't worry, your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one, the only, Kay Faraday.
Hero? Only you would give yourself a title like that. So, you're not a great thief anymore?
Alright now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on sabbatical. I'm taking time out for some intensive training. Being the state of the grass, it doesn't come easy.
Kay helped me on a few occasions. About 2 weeks ago when I was working Kay. About 2 weeks? בלי קשר לזה ש-literally כל investigations אחד היה בעצם 3-4 ימים. עבר שבועיים מאז tell about the blaze? Holy fuck! Okay. The case of the Yatagarasu, a mysterious thief who seemed to disappear or appear at will. and who claim only to steal the truth. She calls herself the second Yadagarasu, the successor to the so-called Great Thief.
There's no lock I can't open or a trap I can't escape. And when it comes to stealing, well, I'm still enjoying, but I'll get there soon enough.
What are you doing here, Kay?
What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course.
Oh my god! הסתכלתי על האבנט בכלל. 58! וואו, אוקיי. 52, 20... ו-17. אוקיי. I suppose she did mention being fond of such things.
And afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys. But now I don't have to.
Good to see you, kiddo! You're as bright and breezy as ever!
Hey, Gummy, how you been? You're looking pretty full of beans yourself.
So, Kay, are you really here just to save... Are you really here to save the day?
Yep. Prepare for your jaw to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world is here only... your best pal in the world here only went and took pictures of the whole shebang.
Oh. Did you now? Then you better show them to me.
Wow. Your jaw didn't drop an inch. What's a girl gonna do to impress you, huh? I know, right? But Mr. Edgeworth here is about as much fun as a dang toothstash. Toothfish. Might even let me call him Chief. Oh, but forget it, my manners. Tabby Lloyd, ace reporter at your service. Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right, he's no fun at all. This one time
You two can chit-chat later. Kay, can I see those pictures?
Boo! Fine. Here. I took this one right when the gun went off.
Okay.
It was total chaos. People were running everywhere.
Huh. Rook the Knight. Rook the Knight. וזה... והפרזידנט הוא כמו קינג. אני אחזור על זה שוב.
It was total chaos. People were running everywhere.
The president and his two bodyguards. The names on the security plan were Knight and Rook, I think. What's that? Thank you indeed, Kay. I think you've provided us with a vital clue.
Ooh, your eyes just lit up like a pair of dang Christmas tree. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, get to tell the readers what you've spotted.
A contradiction.
Huh? Oh, what now? I don't see nothing strange.
Allow me to show you. אני לא בטוח בכלל, אני עושה סייבים. This picture shows the moment of the incident, but another piece of evidence shows something different. Evidence? A security plan? אני מנחש? I need to highlight the point of contradiction. I did employ my power of deduction. first to find the contradiction in the photograph. Oh! Yes, this is it. I'll simply press P to make my deduction. Now, present the evidence that proves the contradiction. That? What's that? Can I get a ball now rook representation in light of knight's injury? Oh yeah. Knight immediately escort present to playing in case of emergency. Rook reposition in light of knight's injury. Less cover for lakeside now, eyes on this area. או שאתה רוצה להגיד לי שיש את הסימן של הלייזר. או למה יש שתי בולטס מתי שיש את הלייזר? יוריקה! No comment. No comment. Eureka! Look closely at the picture of the president in this newspaper clipping, if you would, Miss Lloyd. Now look at Kay's photograph. Compare the two carefully. Huh? What am I looking for here? Well, I'll be. Indeed. There's something on the president's forehead. Something that wasn't there in the other picture. What is that? Some kind of birthmark? Yeah. Guy's got a big birthmark right in the middle of his forehead. I highly doubt the birthmark just sprang up there since the other picture was taken. Did he get bit by a bug then, maybe? Yeah, that's it. That right there is a big old bug bite. Here I thought it was something important. The look on your face. You should know that the road to the truth is paved with just such seemingly trivial details. Oh, I gave him the face. All right. Duly noted, Chief. תאורטית אני יכול לדבר עם קיי. או שאני עושה את זה. לא? או שזה זה. אוקיי, זה זה. זה זה. ושכחתי להשתיק את הטלפון. ייי. I have solved the mystery of the red birthmark. Really? So it wasn't a bug bite? No. What we're dealing with isn't something that would itch for a day and then disappear. It is in fact the beam of a laser sight. Then our killer was aiming to shoot the president square in the forehead? And shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out. Yeah, it's gonna do more than itch. Indeed. I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. And that the gun we found was the weapon used in the crime. Why would the prep use a laser sight though?
He's right. It's still not like crazy using something like that. Pew pew pew. It's not like I could just go around shooting lasers all over the place.
No. And anyone who saw it could trace it right back to the shooter. Seems like a pretty bad idea all around.
Oh, I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. Maybe the laser sight isn't one of them.
It's a long shot, but it's worth a look at least. Alright, Kay. Let's see those other pictures.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Let's see. First up, here's what I took before everything started going south.
Oh! Misha said August Winston? Misha said August Winston? It might be more useful to us if half the frame wasn't taken by your face.
Hey, can you blame me for wanting to get a selfie with the president?
בוא נתעלם מזה שמישהו אשכרה מכוון פאקינג לייזר לגב של ווינסטון? אומייגאד! לא, הוא לא יכול למות פה, הוא באפולו ג'סטיס.
Lucky for me, this was right before the gun went off. And this one I showed you before is from just after the first shot was fired. Second shot came just seconds later. Then there's...
What's this? I can hardly see anything. פה, זה אותו באדם.
I got October when everyone started running right after that last picture. Guess I must have pressed the shower by accident.
Not sure this one's gonna be much use, kid.
And that's all of them.
Time to take a closer look. Let's examine the picture from before the shooting. Is there any hint of the laser sight in this picture?
Take that!
There! I see it! What is it, sir? Look closely at the person with the red hood.
Wow! There it is!
Indeed. That's our laser sight right there. So that's our prep! The one in the red hood must be... Sure, yes. What's along in Winston, אבל בגלל continuity וזה שהוא מופיע באפולו ג'סטיס. הוא אמר שהוא לא עושה את זה, אז הוא יורה בעצם בתוך הפאקינג נשיא של ז'נגפה.
You found them! All thanks to yours truly!
Indeed. You let us work the greatest treasure of all, Miss Great Thief. The truth. You may have captured our would-be assassin in one of your other pictures too. Let's take another look. Our red-hooded suspect could be in another of these photographs from after the shooting. Is the person with the red hood here somewhere? Boom.
Take that!
Look! Right there!
A red jacket. That must be our suspect. Looks like they took advantage of the confusion to make their getaway. Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed.
Ah! The Samurai dog stand!
Precisely. Which means they escape towards the right hand side of the spectator area. Detective Gumshoe? Nakat Kulam! On it, sir! Consider it cleared! Good. I'll be counting on you. תעיף את כל האנשים האלה! Whoa! I have you now, my little Red Riding Hood. The entire park is condoned off, and we know which way you went. Now it's simply a matter of hunting you down. Now, let us continue our investigation.
There's evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it.
The banner advertising the rifle range has fallen over. It must have been knocked down in the crush. It's covered in footprints too. The crowd must have really panicked. Hey, know where I can buy one of these? Why would you wish to? Don't tell me you're thinking of writing Gumshoe on it and wearing it on your back. What? How did you guess? Are you a mind reader, sir? Is that it? It was a joke, but I should have known that nothing's impossible when it comes to the good detective. There are toy rifles lined up along the counter. Oh, a rifle range. I'm good at these, sir. A regular sharpshooter. I thought you said you hated guns. Oh, I don't hate them, I just don't really like them. Is that basically the same thing? I must scout and inspect anything that catches my attention. Oh my god, they literally inspect nook and cranny. What the fuck? There's something red down there. Detective Gumshoe, can you see what is under that sand, please? There's something down here, alright? Let's see. A red raincoat. This must be the one the suspect was wearing. They must have taken it off and hidden it under there before they made their escape. The sleeve. It's inside out. The button is missing too. There's nothing unusual about the left sleeve. Nope. It's nothing inside out. It's not inside out and the button's still attached. It's entirely too neat to have been removed in the hurry and thrown on the ground. Oh, there we go. What's this? A red button! Hey, do you think could have been dropped by a red-hooded suspect? Oh. Could it have been dropped by a red-headed suspect? Yes, it certainly seems likely. Well, when you're confirmed. The button we found seems to have come from this raincoat. Must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off. Huh. There are sleeves inside out too. It seems it was removed in a hurry. Fast enough to tear a button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun in their bag in the trash can immediately after shooting the president. They then slipped into the panicked crowd and moved from left to the right, from the left to the right side of the spectator area. This must be because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shore on the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under the samurai dog stand. The killer would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence its hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken off. Yep, that and the missing button. Question is, of course, why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Oh yeah, only the right sleeve was inside out. Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached. So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? If we're to answer that question, Detective, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail. Go! Wow, es ist die Jahre. The right sleeve is inside out.
And you can clearly see where the button was torn off.
Yes. Whoever disregarded the raincoat did so in quite a hurry. Let's take a closer look at inside the raincoat. Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir! Oh! This is a blood stain. I consider where it's located, I would say the blood belongs to a would-be assassin. So, we're looking for someone with an injury? Not just any injury, Detective. An injury on their left arm. Ah, how do we know that? It's simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. And once we understand that, everything else falls into place. Now, Detective, there is a bloodstain on the left side lining up of the raincoat because the suspect's arm was too injured to fit for the sleeve. Precisely. Or they could say that there is a good probability that that was the case. The pieces are starting to fall into place. מעסיקים שפה היה בעצם נגמר הדמו. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search the crowd for likely suspects. Yes, sir! Suspicious characters with injured left arms coming right up!
You are even smarter than you look, Ruffles. Taking all them itty pieces and put them together like that. You have your man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you.
The park is still condoned off. So a would-be assassin should be in that crowd somewhere. I'll let me down, Detective Gumshoe. Something yet to be continued. 25 למרץ, 3:27 בצהריים, according to the expected area. Mr. Edgeworth, the photo fits the bill perfectly, sir.
Wait till I'm the assassin, Gummy.
Hold on, Kay. It's a little soon to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, there are bursts of interest and nothing more. Understood?
Okay. No jumping.
But he's a shooter, sir. I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president.
broad daylight surrounded by a crowd of witnesses. This is no ordinary assassin. Bring him over, Detective. Carefully.
Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You're on, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh! אפילו לא רוצים להסתיר את זה. אפילו לא רוצים להסתיר את זה מבחינת המוזיקה. היי, שלי דה קילר. וואו. אשכרה עוד לגאסי קרקטר. שהוא אשכרה חדש לגמרי פה.
No umbrella and a bandage on his left arm.
Well, pal, say your name already.
Doe. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe? A name you hear often in real life. That's correct. I know this man from somewhere, I'm sure of it.
Shelly the Killer.
And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth? You know my name? Of course. I'll be following these developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you'd care to explain why you've asked to speak with me. As you've been following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. So let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance? Forgive me, but I'm afraid I do not. I see. Well, I believe it's honor to the would-be assassin we are seeking. Oh my. Well, isn't that just shocking? And the same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm. Just like you. All I can tell you is that it had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair.
The two adversaries stare each other down, their eyes like deadly lasers. Can't you tell the readers what happens next? A showdown, that's what! A battle of wits, a battle of words!
Oh, hello. Dare I let him explain any further what he thinks this upcoming battle will entail?
In a battle of wits, you never know if or when the other guy might be lying or just plain mistaken. But if you spot any consistency in a statement of theirs, you gotta present the evidence that proves, oh my god, not sure.
To do that, I'll need to open my organizer with E and then press P to present evidence.
Well, there ain't no inconsistencies to find. You change tack. Press for more information, see what you can shake loose.
Indeed, I can press with Q.
Why did you show us how it's done, Mr. Edgeworth?
Stepping it up a bit about our nation's top prosecutor. Once I'm able to quietly gather my thoughts, yes. I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required. So you contend that you were not wearing a raincoat? Is that correct? It is. And is that so strange? Not everyone wears one after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella.
The raincoat over here! So perfect for when a girl really needs to move. Heck, eye on you
confused neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time.
Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue. So you see, I am not your would-be killer. And I am not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Please, I'm just an extreme ice cream oh my. Forgive me, my wound seems to have begun bleeding again in all the excitement.
Interesting!
The owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time.
Oh, is that obvious? Well, guess it's obvious.
You have no proof that the person is injured. Oh, what's it about?
Objection!
Yes, Dumpo. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe. But not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind. Something of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have me confused with somebody else. The coat does not belong to me. Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation? Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. Oh, it's alright. Although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured. And now I can prove that that person was you. With this decisive piece of evidence.
Wow, okay. Agree Messiah.
You see, Mr. Doe, there's a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin.
Wow.
Okay.
Attempted murder of a foreign leader, causing a diplomatic incident. They'll throw the book at you.
You can give us the silent treatment all you would like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answer we require. All it takes is for us to compare the blood on your bandages with the one on the coat, and that will be that. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier for all of us to come clean? Admit that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zengfa. I am not your assassin. You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now, do the honorable thing and admit defeat. Doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play. Very well. You have me. I'll admit it. I was wearing the raincoat.
He confessed. Say the word and I'll slap the cuffs on him right now.
But I did not shoot at the president.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. And as far as I'm aware, that is not a crime.
What was your chaos?
I'm no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and shots rang out. That's when the spectators panic and start running and screaming for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied that I am telling the truth?
As if your story stinks. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. Look, it's right there. Plain as day. The assassin, and they're wearing a red raincoat.
Intriguing. But that is not me.
Oh, come on!
Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? I do, actually. But then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself?
Hold it!
Why a raincoat? Why were you not using an umbrella? Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some sort. Well, I would say it's a pretty strange choice, considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it. Better than have one arm. One of my arms occupied by an umbrella. I had an ice cream to serve, after all. And why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place? Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day, after all. Eventful? Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The president of Zhangfa was shot at.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots? Yes. As if I recall correctly, they moved first. At least the one on the left did. You're rather observant, Mr. Doe. I am blessed with keen eyes. The one on the left is the left. מנחש שזה אתה. Okay, sorry. The names of the bodyguards were written on the top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was... Rook. Okay, Rook. That's correct. Bastion Rook, I believe. I expect he noticed the light from the laser sight, The man is no amateur. Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. Our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony, if you don't mind. As you wish. The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook, was it? Was especially quick to respond.
Hold it!
So, the bodyguard on the left was the first to move. For the smallest of fractions, yes. He reacted admirably swiftly. His name was... Bastion Rook, did you say? It appears you assessed the situation quite astutely. No more so than anybody else, I'm sure. This is good. It didn't even flinch.
Objection!
Okay. מי ששואל, זה רע בעצם את הסקיוריטי פלאנס? זה רק את הסקיוריטי פלאנס ואתה זה שזה רוצה להגיד משהו, אבל אני לא יודע מה. רגע! טמבל. Knight to immediately escort president in case of emergency. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Knight הוא זה שבעצם זז, לא רוק. As I suspected, you're more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names. Oh! What? You jest, surely? You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Law! Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
לפי security plans, למה את השם? We only know those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely. Only their surnames appear. לא השם המלא! Yet, we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. Seems pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue.
Another lie! He is the assassin, just like we said.
Oh now, miss. It's soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I did know their names, yes. But the reason for that is... Well... I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. What? We have something of a connection. And his is a name I could never forget. Lama! You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying! I am not lying. I am, as I have always been, a simple ice cream seller. לא, אתה פאקינג שלי את הכלר! הוא אפילו לא מנסה להסתיר את זה! הוא אפילו משתמש בג'ון דו, אותו שם שהשתמש ב-Justice for All, oh my god. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook, yes.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, a slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please, you're more welcome to ask him. Although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But suppose you are able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove I was the shooter?
Objection!
מאיפה דעת השם? If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Far better to let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather I had let it fester? Is he actually going to worm his way out of this?
What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man! He's clearly guilty! If I were you, he'd be in jail already!
You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not.
No! Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, there's gotta be something you can do! Shocking sense is here, as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice.
It seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed as with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know.
To know, Winston, actually!
What you know? What's his angle here? I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. What? Are you kidding? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As did the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head. He's claiming there was another red-headed hooded person? Preposterous! I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally, I removed my raincoat.
Objection!
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you. How very convenient. I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it till now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not when I said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Well, I know that you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting.
Liar Winston!
No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there.
Huh? Me?
Yes, the photograph will prove it, I am sure.
Calm down, התחלה, Winston!
You see, right there, in front of the person with the red hood.
That's me, yes, but What exactly are you saying?
What's his endgame here? As I mentioned, I've been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while wondering the details, I noticed something strange. Strange? What exactly? Come now, a man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow.
The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter.
Oh.
And there's nothing weird about that, is there?
Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've got is inconsistent with what we see here. What is Mr. talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with this in this picture?
Oh!
הטייפ? כי אני חושב היי פיץ' ג'נטלמן, עכשיו שאני רואה את זה. זה אמור להיות ווינסטון. זה כנראה ווינסטון. ואז האולדר ג'נטלמן הוא הצ'יף ג'סטיס. אני מרגיש שזה הטייפ.
Take that!
אוקיי, יופי. Of course! The tape. It contradicts the photograph. So you have noticed at last. What's it going on about, Mr. Edgeworth? Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. Huh? But who? Tabitha? Who indeed? The person who is missing from this photograph is Tabby.
Take that!
Huh? Miss Lloyd? How do you feel that? Mr. Payne's voice can be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape. Considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. Are you whispering? She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You're right, but she's not in this. She's not in the picture. Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you still believe that you have been hounding to the right person? Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Wow, y'all are fixing to put me under the microscope now. Alright, sure. Knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. Nah, I was running all over, roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tape from when I was, and the tapes from when I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. You ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor. I'm certain of it. Tabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. And if she did, that would mean that she's our prep. Will y'all quit messing around with me? I see if I could have done anything like that, little old me. I might be inclined to believe you, if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency. It does. I thought it was pretty good. It's like I have no choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction. I wasn't standing still. Was running all over, reporting style with the old crowd. I guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, the tapes when I was in another. לא! בגלל שבתמונה מראים את שניהם מדברים.
Objection!
Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say? You're dang right it is, and I don't lie. And yet, the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time.
What? You can't prove that.
Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up with precisely with when you were making your recording. The picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as Miss Lloyd's recording. Zach.
Take that!
What?
Objection!
What?
Take that! Objection! Take that!
Winston.
Take that! Take that! Take that!
You should listen to Miss Lloyd's tape again. Oh wow, רק יכלתי.
Take that!
חסר שזה... הנשיא.
Take that! Take that!
See here, the president has his fist raised.
And? What about it?
Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again?
No, see, it ain't that simple.
What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice?
You don't make it easy, do ya, Ruffles?
Remember, we're concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, it's above the law.
The president throws his fist into the air and the excitement reaches a fever pitch.
There! That's the moment right there! Correct. We've now confirmed when it occurred in the recording.
Which means Tabby should be in this picture too.
And she is. Right here for all to see. For Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood.
What?
Whoa! So you're all sure, huh?
I don't know no jacket like that.
That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is neither of them. אוקיי, לא. או שזה אמור להיות ג'ון דו. Okay. We have already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happened to have a red hood. So there were two people with red hoods all along? Indeed. Mr. Doe's last statement was true.
Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one?
Our ice cream never mentioned a raincoat. Only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd.
This whole thing? Well, the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud and such on it, it's reversible, see? So you just turn it inside out and... Ah!
Just as I thought.
The interior hood, it's red!
That's right. And when they entered the hood, that's the side of the hood that was visible. No, what's going on here? What are you really up to, huh, pal?
Wait! I never even wore it that way around,
Perhaps you would allow us to examine it. Could confirm that for ourselves.
And you're gonna confirm just that how exactly?
It was raining up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you yourself said, if you haven't reversed the parka ever since the rain, then the inside should be dry.
Wait a second now. I got this big old backpack on, see? So I can't take off my jacket. Yeah. Maybe I could show y'all some other time.
You think an excuse that week is gonna wash with Mr. Edgeworth? Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us!
It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never.
If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a peculiar reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today?
I'm sorry, Waffles. That's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me, yeah?
Who said that? Mister. Oh! Oh my god! Hi! Hold your horses! It's a little soon for the end game. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. Blunder? That's one of the men from Kay's photograph. Guess I better introduce myself. Huh. Wow! Name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Okay. And second in command of his security detail. As Bastion Rook, the Bronco Knight. Interesting. Yeah, מה קרה לו עם הצבא? Actually, מה קורה לו עם הצבא? אפילו גם בתמונות של קיי, יש לו משהו עם הצבא? הכל בסדר איתו? Point that thing somewhere else, pal! What the heck's wrong with you? Sorry, can't help myself. Just so fun being this good. You're not a member of law enforcement. So how did you get a gun? Your girl's on loan from Zhengfa. Temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours. My god. Oh, השתקתי. I'm done. השתקתי. I'm indifferent. Whichever you prefer. Really? You're giving up on the first move advantage? Just like that? Whatever, your loss. Yes, I'll push out the first pawn then. So, you play a little chess, I take it. Ah, fellow fan, are you? Mr. Red Suit? The name's Edgeworth, and you could say I dabble. Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. President's okay. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch. He didn't. That's a relief. Particularly for the young lady here. That means there is no longer a murder charge on the table.
That is good news, huh, Tabby? Yeah, 'cause I'd never.
Now for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did anyhow, our boss. Put himself in the line of fire. Oh! You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook. Yeah, it's game over for him. No way! Rook is dead. A genuine loss.
So, you're saying that Tabby...
Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother-in-arms.
Oh, heck no! I didn't do it! I didn't kill anybody! I could never!
I would shut my mouth if I were you, murderer. Sure, we did what we had to. We had to do. Sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean?
לאבד רוק בתוך קאס, מתי שיש קאסל זה קצת מעצבן, זה קצת מעצבן אני יכול לחשוב. כי יש סרט כזה של קאסל שזה טירה, שזה לא מתי שהרוק והקינג מחליפים בעצם מקומות. ככה הם עובדים כמו סוג של טירה, אז בעצם אם בעצם הרוק מת משם אז זה יהיה מטורף. כי אם הרוק מת, רוב הסיכויים הקינג נמצא בעצם בצ'ק. אולי אפילו מייט, תלוי איך מסודרים הפונס. זה אינסיין.
It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places with the king. Then why didn't he just say so?
Mr. Knight, was it?
Yeah, what?
You'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions.
Sorry, no can do.
And why not?
That's the third piece of news. And it's the piece you're gonna like the least.
I thought you said there were only two.
The National Police Force of Zegfall will be handling things from here.
What?
You better be kidding, pal!
This investigation was assigned to us.
We're not about to hand it over. You're D. Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the other ransom case. The president mentioned you.
I'm honored to have warranted his attention.
Makes sense that Chief Prosecutor would assign this one to you.
Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president?
But that was a mistake. The big one. You should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to hear from President Wang. If you enjoy diplomatic incidents, that is. You're coming with me. We'll continue this on the president's plane.
No, no. I never did nothing, I swear.
We can do this the hard way if you'd like. By Jack Farr, justice is served one way or another.
The fools, come on. Can you help me out here? Please? Miss Floyd? She was the one in the red hood. There's no denying that now. I can't help feeling that we don't know the whole truth behind this case. I'm innocent. You gotta believe me. Can I really let this happen? Is this how it ends? The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. It's no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. If I let him take her, I'll never know what really happened. Oh. Ah! Whew.
Huh? What the? Get your filthy hands off of... Whoa!
Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed.
It's you!
Oh, so you do remember.
What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up! You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers! Don't even think about it! You don't stand a chance against this guy!
Who are you really, Mr. Doe? Let's just say that I'm not a simple ice cream seller.
Guy's a pro! A hitman! His name's Shelly the Killer!
The killer? It's not a legal professional in this country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed. It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But, of course, this is the first time we've met face to face.
Good, huh? You're the assassin we've been looking for?
In a sense, yes. I said that someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. I swear I've seen this picture in one of my old files before, but
How can I have been so careless?
ליטרלי יש את השאר פה, אדוני!
My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected. But I miscalculated in certain other regards. He didn't bring a gun. Now, shall we play a game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life?
What do you want from me?
I would like you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case.
Oh, what?
You what?
What are you up to, the killer?
I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion.
Huh? But why?
Ashton was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely.
You're just using the investigation as an excuse to close it to the president!
Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane.
You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard!
Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command.
Rook's not around, that means I'm number one!
I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes.
Of course I do! I'm the leader now, me!
If that is indeed the case, then I would ask you to make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw your life away? Or will you allow the investigation to continue?
Ah,
Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth. Come, let us continue the investigation.
זה אשכרה מוזר. אני רגע אעשה בפופ בחזרה. זה מרגיש ממש מוזר בעצם. בנוגע לנושא הזה ששלי אשכרה בא לטובה לתוך כל הסיטואציה הזאתי. גם אפילו שהקליינט שלו לא ידוע בעצם שהוא בגלל בעצם בקליינט. מי הוא בכלל הקליינט של שלי במקרה הזה? אבל הוא נותן בעצם לאדוורף להמשיך את האינבסטיגיישן. מה המוטיב שלך, שלי?
what do we do now, sir?
It would seem we have no choice but to do as we've told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain that there is no way he can escape.
Yes, sir, you got it!
וואו, זה אשכרה כיף!
Oh.
זה אשכרה כיף! זה אשכרה כיף לעבור פה. אני די בטוח שזה בעצם יהיה הסוף של הדמו, אם הייתי משחק בדמו. אבל וואו, זה אשכרה מטורף! אז אני אעשה את הפרק של היום פה. וואו. אז כן. וואו, אוקיי, וואו, זה נראה קול. אז כן. כן, ירין פגעים בסרטון, אבל באשר, אני מקווה שנהנתם, מצטער על הבעיות פה, פשוט הסטרים לא זיהה במניאק. וירין, אאוט.
חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים.